Hello, hello. Apologies for the 1 minute or so delay there. Welcome, welcome. All right, so there are at least a couple more people. Well, I don't know. We'll see how everybody does getting on here, but Julie's going to be on in just a moment. Hello, Lori. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Honestly, well, happy 1010 portal to everybody who's here. I am just honestly so excited and happy because we did it. We already achieved victory with Milton. I mean, there are people have all sorts of beliefs about the narratives going on right now, but from what I've heard, there was a lot of unnatural stuff going on, indeed, based on birds falling out of the sky and such. It's that crazy. But we successfully basically tempered the tempest down from a very highly destructive, that was what was predicted, category 5, down to a category 3. And now it's down to a 1 as it's moving across land. So I see this as a major victory, and I'm going to get into how I see that this theme of flooding is connected to deep cellular trauma and this timeline that we are transcending right now, that we have successfully transcended, but now we see this physical, visible proof in our world. And there's a lot of duality going on right now. We still have a lot of healing and work to do, of course. But I just wanted to start off with that because there is a lot of encouragement I feel with this energy that we are working with, 10 being a number of completion. It is a sign of completion of those old cycles of destruction. And yes, there's still going to be more destruction, and we're still dealing with a very, very tragic fallout from the entire southeast mountain range region, especially Colorado, where Julie is. So I'm going to allow, and you too, Pam. Are you in there as well? Oh my goodness. I am sending so much love to everybody in that region. The devastation is going to take a long time to recover from. And that's what I do want to reiterate, that this is not done. We can't forget that there is still so much work and healing to be done. And as we move forward, to continue to anchor in the hope and the love and the trust and the faith, because this is what literally moves mountains and makes miracles. Oh, excuse me. There's been some throat chakra stuff coming up in the collective, I feel too, because I think we're being activated to stand more firmly in truth and to speak up, whether that is with our smaller circles or, on YouTube or whatever. Yeah. Yes, we are super women. I'm seeing a direct message in the chat there. So we'll see if more people hop on. I did get more people saying that they wanted to join, but we'll see. Anyway, so just to anchor us into the flow, we're going to get into the meditation, and Julie is going to offer some Reiki to support that as well. And before we dive in, I would love for Julie to share what her experience has been like living through it, because she's right in Asheville. And if anybody else has anything else that they would like to share, if they know any personal, you have family affected or whatever, we can offer that into the circle specifically. But I will hand it over to Julie to share her experience and also to introduce herself a little bit, and then we can get into the meditation. So Julie, welcome. You're on mute right now. Yeah.
Unmute myself. Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you, Amanda. I'm really excited to be here. And yeah, maybe more people will hop on, but I was just noticing, like, I feel like, yeah, there's like 6 amazing women here now, and like that's so much power in and of itself, just us coming together right now. But yeah, my name's Julie. I'm a psychotherapist. I'm coming into the coaching space, and yeah, I've just always been into the healing arts modality. I've been like massaging since I was a kid. I do Reiki. I've worked with kids, and yeah, I guess that's kind of like the main work that I do. I'm heavily into the wellness space, the spirituality space. And yeah, my mission is to just sort of spread information about health, about mental health, about spirituality, and just encourage people to like tap more into their internal guidance system and like that innate wisdom that I believe we all have. And yeah, our culture, it just, or maybe the way we grew up, like sometimes people like we're just not taught that. So some of us, I mean, I feel like I see like more enlightened parents that are like encouraging their kids to like think for themselves and things like this, but a lot of us didn't really grow up that way. And so that's definitely really close to my heart, of just helping people to tap in more with themselves and what's best and right for them, because no one knows you like you know you. You know, we can get advice and get support from other people, but at the end of the day, your journey is always with yourself, and you're always going to have to make decisions for yourself. No one can do it for us. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and like the work I do. And yeah, as far as my experience with Hurricane Helene, so I'm right here in the heart of Asheville. I'm a little more south Asheville, but like in town still. And I've personally never been through a hurricane or like a tornado, like thank goodness. But this has been my first experience with like a natural disaster. And yeah, so I mean, there's certainly certain pockets of town that, you know, it's not like every single person's house was destroyed or anything like that. But yeah, I know people that lost their car, lost their home, both. I personally, you know, thank goodness don't know anybody, friends or family or people I work with. No one, everyone's okay. But yeah, the devastation is real. It's just so nuts that this happened here. And just I mean, you know, there so many people have come together to clean up the roads, and you know, the workers are just a day and night working to fix the power lines and all of that. So they've definitely done so much work already, and we're okay. But we lost power. Yeah, for 12 days. I just got power back on um today's Thursday, Tuesday night. It was like, wow, the light. It was just, there's so much appreciation, you know, just for the simple things, being able to heat up a cup of tea or do laundry or run the dishwasher, take a warm shower. So yeah, it's definitely, I mean, I'm okay. There definitely has been like some grief on and off. And yeah, it's just a traumatic experience for everybody in the town, everyone that's affected. It's not even just Asheville, you know, as we're all here today, it's not everyone here is like in or from Asheville. There's ripple effects, and um yeah, it's intense. And then right in Florida, so I'm curious if anyone here is from Asheville or Florida. I'm sure people know people that are maybe from here, Florida, but yeah, definitely real devastation. So much community support though. Like, wow, definitely a great place to be in a natural disaster, because before all this happened, at least part of the reason I moved up here, and the sense I get from like the essence of Asheville, the town, is that there's this essence of connection. People like want to connect and you know, just be like a good friendly neighbor and just help people heal. There's like also a really huge sobriety community here. And so, yeah, mental health is like really, really huge here in Asheville. And yeah, this having happened, that connection piece is just amplified and been, yeah, like exposed and seen like so much more. So thankful to be particularly here when something like this happens.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't, I've never spent time in Asheville myself. I don't have a history of living there, and I've only ever been through kind of in transit, in passing for a day or two, maximum. But I prefer to take that route because I used to live in Florida and I have done the drive up the coast a couple times, and I always take the western route through the mountains because I feel a
Oh.
very strong affinity for it. And it's just, it feels like a very special region energetically,
Mhm.
spiritually as well. And then, of course, personally, I obviously have a lot of people in Florida that I'm connected with. So these both have kind of hit home for me personally. But one of the major silver linings that I have seen from this situation is what you were speaking into, Julie, is that we are seeing community come together, and the strength of that unity overriding the devastation. And we see that over and over again. It's like we need these reminders. And to me, this is what unity consciousness looks like in action. We transcend the division, we transcend the false illusion of, I don't want to get into politics, but left versus right and all of these narratives and whatever. We recognize the humanity in one another. Another silver lining I see, and this is not necessarily true across the board, but I think this is starting another wave of collective awakening. More and more people are starting to see through the veil, see through the illusions, and recognize that united we stand. They want us divided so that we fall, but we have to transcend that. And we are so powerful when we come together. And I think that's, it took a tragedy for us to get here, but we mobilized because of Helene, and we were not going to allow another Helene to happen in Florida. Like, the country just can't take all of that at once. And I believe it was successful. People have their own, again, narratives, as I spoke into very briefly at the start of this about that whole thing. Oh, like people were fear mongering, but I also know people were feeling into the absolute unnatural aspects of that storm. Maybe it started out natural, but it was amplified. And we have the power to override all of that false technology because we are the most powerful technology that exists. We just have to remember that, and to clear our vessel, and to remember that if we just allow that energy to move through us and then direct it with intention, then we literally have the capacity to make miracles happen. And, there was perhaps an aspect of this, both of the storms, that needed to happen to help us rise up into our power and our remembrance. And what I also see is this collective flood trauma coming to the surface. So a lot of the healing that we're going to work through is with the water, and to allow our pain bodies and our fear bodies to kind of transmute and alchemize what's been going on and bubbling under the surface, individually, because this is also happening collectively. We transcended the worst case scenario. We already have chosen the higher timeline, and I feel like this is kind of proof positive that we have. And as we move forward, we're still going to be grappling with the fear that has been rising in people and as rising within. And many of us are transmuters for the collective as well, those who are drawn to this kind of energy and this kind of container. So we often feel it all and transmute for those around us. So it's a big job. But this is getting into the fall timelines of Atlantis and Lemuria that were very connected to the floods. So we hold that pain and trauma within our bodies, and we're here to now alchemize and transmute and transcend and integrate the wisdom and the power that we can override that we have already overridden it. So I guess that's what I wanted to share. I didn't want to get into a whole like big discussion about it, but that felt important to share before going into meditation. And Julie, would you rather do the Reiki aspect before or after? What makes more sense to you?
Yeah, let's see. I think after, yeah, it's not gonna be like too long. But I think that'll be a good another good way of like, yeah, just like balancing and recalibrating and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I think afterwards sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I will invite you all. I'll get a little more settled myself to get settled in your seat. And if you'd like to lie down as we go through this process, I encourage you to be as comfortable as possible. And I should have said this earlier, but if you have water handy, that'll also be very helpful, especially as we are working with the water element in particular here. So make sure you hydrate a lot, especially after this, and then send the intention into the water for the healing and the purification and the love and the harmony. So I will take a sip of water. Okay. So let's take a deep breath as you settle into your body. I invite you to close your eyes and tune in to your heart space. Breathing deep into your belly. Fill all the way up and allow yourself to exhale completely. Feel into any parts of your body that might be feeling tense, and allow the breath to bring space and relaxation into those areas. As you breathe, notice if your body is feeling a little ungrounded or revved up. We're working with a lot of amplified energies right now on top of the collective energies. So bring intention to any sensations that you're experiencing and allow yourself to surrender more deeply into your body, allowing the breath of life to move into those spaces to bring calm, peace, stillness, relaxation. Breathing deep into your belly, breathing all the way into your lungs, all the way up into your chest. Filling all the way up and feeling that light within your heart begin to ignite and shine brighter and brighter. With your exhale, feel that light move into every cell of your body and out around your energy field, filling your aura. And we'll call in protection and guidance from our particular guides, calling in Mother, Father, God, the angels assigned to you by God, your higher self, and the Holy Spirit, for the highest protection and connection to clear our vessels and to allow only the truth of love to move through us as we move through this journey. Connect with the golden light 300 feet above you now, calling in the divine masculine principle Allow that beautiful golden white light to flow down through your crown like a waterfall, flowing all the way down your spine into each energy center. Inhale this golden light into every cell of your body and feel it flow back up into your heart space, filling your heart with this beautiful golden white light of the Holy Father, Divine Masculine Principle, feeling protected and connected. Now breathe this light all the way down through your root chakra, passing through your Earth Star chakra down into the crystalline core of Gaia, connecting with the beautiful liquid crystal iridescent plasma light of the Holy Mother Divine Feminine Principle. Feel her beautiful iridescent plasma now flow up as if through roots, through the grid, connecting with your Earth Star chakra, flowing up now through your root and all the way up your spine, through each energy center, all the way up to your crown, and merging with your heart space. Her beautiful iridescent plasma light connecting with the golden white light of the Holy Father, Divine Masculine Principle, and your own inner light to birth the holy child within, pure, pristine, and perfect. Breathe this light into every cell of your body, flowing out into your energy field now. Use the breath to amplify the light as you now breathe it out into the space around you in the room where you are. Feel this light fill up that space. With your next inhale, feel the light expand to surround the house or the building where you are now. With your next inhale, feel this light expand around your town or your city. And again, feel it grow brighter and bigger as it surrounds your state or province. Amplifying and growing to surround your country. Growing to surround the continent where you reside. And now growing bigger and brighter so it surrounds the entire planet. All of our beautiful lights merging now, connected through the beautiful grid of crystalline light. See now the earth surrounded by an army of angels, protecting us with a beautiful, pure white light. And now let's focus our energy on the grid surrounding Florida. Let's send pristine, pure white light into this region. Allow any other energies that you personally work with, any other personal guides of the highest truth of light and love to come in to assist you now. Ask for their assistance for this healing. and allow this healing to flow through your body as you move it through and send it out into the grid. Allow the healing to be mutual and allow it to be amplified through your heart space. Perhaps the beautiful purity of the unicorn energy would like to come through, or the powerful purification of dragon energy, the alchemization of the darkness into the light. Any false energies and entities that may be in the region, see them being alchemized and transmuted to the light now. And let's focus specifically on the water energy, the water in the air, as well as that of the ocean. If you work with mermaid energy in particular, you can allow them to assist, allow your mer aspect and your mer guides to assist you in purifying the water with the crystalline essence that they work with, masters of working with crystalline energy, bringing flow back into the divine feminine, purifying the divine feminine essence. Beam this beautiful crystalline light out into the waters to purify and heal, to purify the pollution in the waters, to purify any energies that are not of divine truth. And now I'm feeling the iridescent aurora energy coming through really strongly, wanting to be beamed out into the water. So move this energy through your heart space and your womb space, whether it's physical or energetic. Allow these iridescent lights and energies to purify the water and to move through your being and beam it out into the water for ultimate purification and elevation of frequency, to return to the crystalline essence of the higher frequency ascended energies that are a possibility for our planet. Crystal clear waters where you can see for miles. And now let's move deeper into the alchemization. Feel into your body if there's any part of you that is holding a frequency of fear or resistance to the water energy, especially as you imagine going deep into the water. Is there an aspect of you that feels heaviness, that feels perhaps even trapped? Breathe into the sensation and call on your guides, your mer guides, the aurora guides to move through you and to release you. Release any energies that are stuck and trapped within, trapped in a resonance of fear, trapped in a resonance of trauma, of heaviness. Allow yourself to be liberated. Allow your heart to be liberated as you feel love begin to bubble up and to grow and to amplify within your heart space, transmuting the fear, transmuting the density, filling your heart so much with love that it beams out, and any other souls with trapped energy held under the water, see them being liberated now. Trapped by fear, trapped by trauma. See the shackles breaking and their souls being liberated into their most beautiful essence, their fullest expression, filled with love, radiating the truth of the beautiful diamond light that resides within. Imagine all of these liberated energies now flowing through the waters of Gaia, transmuting, clearing, releasing, and healing, purifying the waters of Gaia, calming the energies, bringing them into pristine stillness and perfect peace. And imagine these energies flowing through all the waters of Gaia underground, the freshwater river systems, the springs, the underwater systems, the underground systems, through the entire grid of the planet herself. Moving now specifically into regions that have been particularly devastated of late by destruction, particularly the mountainous region of Appalachia. And imagine this energy flowing through the grid of the mountains, moving through the land, flowing up into the systems of the water and of the people in the region. Imagine this energy flowing up, liberating their own hearts from pain, from grief, from fear. Now see this energy flowing into the souls who have transitioned, that may feel stuck. Bring healing to these souls so they too can be liberated and honored through remembrance and recognition, and give gratitude for their ultimate sacrifice. And now take a moment to feel the energy and work with it as you feel called in this region. And let's also focus on the fires in Wyoming that are burning now. Let's send this purifying, healing water energy to flow into this region, to bring cooling and purification to put out the fires that rage through the region. And now let's focus our energy on the Mideast, seeing a beautiful bubble of white light being anchored now into the grid. And portals opening for, again, any lost souls. For them to fully transition and remember their wholeness and their worthiness. Let's see this land being purified. The grid in particular being released from any hijacked energies that are trying to control the stargates. And let's now focus our vision and work with that energy more if you feel called. But let's focus our vision on a beautiful future of peace and harmony across the planet, of unity, where humanity is united toward a common goal of peace, love, and abundance for all, working together in communion with the land, working together with the elements to resurrect the organic Edenic template that has been suppressed and inverted. Allow the resurrection template within to be activated and reignited. Now take a moment to work with your guides in any way that you feel called to bring completion to your experience and to your vision of a heaven on earth reality. Imagine what it feels like, what it tastes like, what it looks like, what you hear, what you feel, the immediate reality of your personal heaven on earth, as well as the collective. What have you created? What have you been part of building? Feel your heart filling with love as you feel this vision anchoring into you and this heaven on earth blueprint anchoring into the grid of Gaia. know that you can return to this experience anytime through your own heart portal. And now let's move into the Reiki energy to anchor this in.
Yeah, thank you so much, Amanda. That was so beautiful. I'm sure everybody feels that as well. So just thank you so much for offering this. So if you're laying down, please stay where you are. If you can get any more comfortable in your seats, on your couch, on your bed, wherever you are, do that. And similar to meditation and all of these wonderful mindfulness practices, Reiki energy is also meant to help calm, reset the nervous system, and attend to your physical, emotional, and spiritual self. The goal is to reduce stress, to create more balance in your energetic system, to encourage your relaxation, and to support your own body's natural ability to heal itself. And as we've just gone through this amazing, so beautiful guided meditation, expanding our energy and this light and love and all of the intricacies with people and regions and globally with the world. I want to offer this Reiki right now to just support you as an individual right now, and just to fill your cup even more, because as we've talked about today, yeah, there's so much going on in the world, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming and scattered with how can I help? What can I do? And I think if you can help, do what you can. Also, just remembering deeply that we can only pour from a full cup. And so I want to offer this to everyone right now, to help do that, to create balance, tend to your physical, emotional, spiritual health, and just come back to a place of calm. Not that we're not there, but just to reset even more and fill ourselves up even more. So again, I'm just going to have everybody take a really nice deep breath in, filling your lungs, filling your chest. That's so great. And then exhaling, releasing it all, just letting it all go. And then we're going to do that again, and I'm going to count for you. So breathing in, nice big breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's great. Hold that breath. Hold that breath right there. And then we're going to release for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll just do that one more time. So take a really nice, big, juicy breath in, filling your lungs with lots of oxygen. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold that breath right there. Keep holding at the very top. Keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. That's great. And then we're going to release and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's great. So just continue to breathe naturally. Remember that There's nowhere to go and there's nothing to do. And where you are right now is perfect. And know that you may have some thoughts come in. You may hear some sounds where you are. Just hear the sounds, let them go. Notice the thoughts that might come in. Any distractions, just let them fall away to the background and just come back to your breath. Come back to your feet, your body being supported in the chair, in the bed, by the earth, fully supported right here, right now. So I want everyone to think of something that they want to have the intention with this Reiki. Reiki energy, it's life force energy, and it knows exactly where to go. It knows exactly what group to tend to, where you are, and what you need. So don't, feel fully, trusting that it's going to tend to exactly what you're wanting. But everybody needs something specific and different in their life. So just think about something you want healing with, something that you want balance with, or maybe something you're calling in or need help with right now. That's great. So once you have that thing, just keep that to yourself. And again, we're just going to call in all the guides. We're going to call in your spiritual mentors. We're calling in Father God. We're calling in now Mother Mary. We're calling in the great Buddha. We're calling in Christ consciousness and Jesus, the great energy of Jesus. We're calling in the earth spirits. We're calling in your guardian angels. Anybody that you know is a helping spirit and a helper for you, we're calling them in right now. You can imagine them crowded above you. Maybe they're right next to you, calling in all ascended masters. Just imagine them here with you now, knowing that their presence is fully supporting you. And just feel their presence. And we're calling in all the people here, all the beautiful beings, calling in divine healing for that particular intention. Also calling in divine health. We're calling in divine protection, calling in divine safety, calling in divine higher self, calling in divine balance in the body, divine balance in spirit, divine balance in mental health. Asking all of these spirits, all of these ascended masters, God, great spirit, your guardian angels, all of your spiritual mentors, all of your helpers, we ask this of you right now, to penetrate the healing, the rebalancing of the people here, healing their bodies, healing their minds, healing their spirits. And we're just going to sit here while I hold the energy for you. Just continue to breathe and feel the energy do its work. And now we're going to thank all of the ascended masters. Thank Father God. Thank Mother Mary, your guardian angels, the great Buddha, your spiritual mentors and teachers, all of your guides. We're going to thank them for this divine healing. Thank them for divine health. Thank them for divine protection of you. Thank them for divine safety, for your well-being. Thank them for divine guidance. Thank them for divine love. And so it is. And know that Reiki can be very subtle, but it can also be potent, and trust that all of the healing and all of the energy that has gone towards your intention today and the rebalancing, the regulation, and the healing, that it's all perfect. It knows where to go. And that, yeah, you can just relax knowing that you're supported. And I don't know exactly where everyone is, but I want to encourage everyone to also just, maybe another closing thing would be to just open their arms really wide and just give themselves a really nice big hug, and maybe just like swaying a little bit with your body and just kind of holding yourself here. This is really nice and really powerful. I love doing this with myself and just everybody, because you made the effort to be here today, and you made the effort to give your energy and presence to all the people, all the regions, and everywhere that needs help and healing. And that's really huge.
Thank you, Julie. That was so relaxing, and it felt like the perfect way to bring that together at the end. Thank you so much. So very briefly, I will open this up for any questions, comments after. I will end the recording. I will just quickly bring this to a close, and then if anybody would like to stay on to share their experience or anything personal that's been coming up for you lately, I will open it up for that. But before we close out, I just want to make sure that everybody knows how to connect with Julie as well. So she is at sacred self underscore, or no, sacred self wellness underscore hub, or sacred self. I'll let you.
It's sacred self underscore wellness hub. Yeah.
Okay. On YouTube and Instagram. And I will say this, I know she won't herself, but especially under the YouTube, but I will send this out after. Julie's income was heavily impacted herself by this because everything obviously shut down. So if anyone has the capacity, she could really use the support. I know so many people can, but we all lift each other up, right? And any little bit makes a difference. Sharing it makes a difference. So I will say that. And yeah, what else do I want to say before we wrap up? Just, I guess I also just want to share that keeping the awareness in our consciousness is important, because the extent of the devastation in the region in North Carolina in particular is so massive and extensive, and people are like send so much support when the things happen, but there's so many things happening these days. We very quickly move on to the next thing and we kind of forget. And I do have another friend who is on the ground in the region. He's from there, not currently living there, but he went back to help. And he said what they need most right now, because people have been so generously sending resources, thank goodness, and supplies. But what they also need is actual manpower, actual bodies on the ground to help with the recovery, and actual machines. Like, we're talking the big machines. I know it's all women on the call here right now, but if you happen to have any contacts, and just to keep this in our conscious awareness that maybe they have the resources now, but it's going to be a long recovery. So I will also, on the YouTube, I'll share a couple other links and things for resources. And I guess that's just, I wanted to wrap up by just keeping that in our awareness that, like, humanity, we're the ones who are going to make the difference together. So thank you again for being here and sending your energy in. And I guess, I'll also just share what I have going on in my world is that I'm about to finish and publish my book. So that I feel is, like, the book itself, I'm not going to make probably tons of money off of it, but so it's not about that. It's about the healing journey. So I just feel like it's a very potent time to be getting the message out there. So sharing that so we could all stay connected, and hopefully people can read the message about the greater shift that's happening in the collective and how to navigate the path is basically what it's about. So thank you again for being here, and we got this. I know we got this.
Yeah, thank you so much, Amanda, for just this inspiring idea, and yeah, hosting everyone here as well. And yeah, I just really appreciate everyone that's shared presence with us today.
Yes. You're so welcome, everyone. So I will end the recording, but I won't end the call. So okay, let me just pause the recording, and thank you for everybody on YouTube who winds up seeing this. Thank you so much for sharing your own beautiful light and love with the collective. Thank you so much. Onward and upward in love and light.